Alright, so how did I make the beat that what's my man's name on so alright, so this is basically a quick tutorial on how I made um, the throwback joint smooth beat, aka la la la. And basically you see I have all my samples right here, right? Got all my samples. This right here is the actual sample um, taken from, it's the same sample used on Bonita Applebum, basically. Alright, I'm not going to tell you who the artist is. You still, you know, you got to do a little work. Can't have everything given to you. But just show you, it's a 4-bar sample. So you go here to here. It's 4 bars. This is 2. This is 2 right here. Real simple sample. Goes like this. Right? Then it'll just repeat. So I like the original bass line that came with that, and this is it right here. This is the same sample, same 2-bar sample that I use. I just repeated it throughout the whole song. But it's funny, I remember watching a video and it was Ski Beats, and he was talking about how he produced Dead Presidents for Jay-Z, and he liked the sample, but he couldn't play keyboards back then. He probably could play now, but he couldn't play the keys. So what he did was he took the same sample and he ran it through a low pass filter. And if you know, if you don't know, all that does is it removes all the highs. I want to say the mids too, but it removes all the highs from a sample, and all you get is just the bass. So I took that same. Now this is Magix Music Maker Hip Hop Edition 4, and I took the same principle where I took the sample and just ran it through a type of low pass filter. In this case, let me just show you how to get there. Like, you can right click on your sample, go down here to Object Effect Rack. This will come up, and then over here, no, not time, right here where it says filter, you can go. I'm trying to man the camera while I'm doing this, so let me just go ahead and zoom in a little bit. There. Okay. Alright, see where it says wild filter, low cut, high cut. I believe it was low cut. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, it's not the same as your low pass filter. So you have to just mess with it, and you'll be able to figure it out. I don't want to tamper with my thing right now. Alright, but anyhow, so what we did was we just took all the highs out, and we got a nice bass line from that. And let me let you hear what it sounds like. Let me just go back up here. Turn this one on. Alright, and this is what it sounds like. And we're playing this sample down here where we took all the highs out and you just left with the bass. So you have a bass line, so I don't have to go over to the keys and try to reproduce that bass line. At the time where I made this, I was just testing out the strength or the power of Magix Music Maker Hip Hop Edition 4. And, just to see if I had to keep using these right here, these sound pools. I pretty much figured I didn't have to use those. So, and basically I brought in my own sound. So this is the same sample. 4-bar sample, repeated throughout the song with all the highs taken out, and you have a bass line. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, now that I have my bass line, right? I mean, that's like half of it, half of the problem solved right there. So now that I have my bass line, here are my drums. this first drum right here. Let's just go back here. This one down here is just another sample that I flew in. I mean, everything is a sample. So the sound loops, they're samples. They're 2 bar, 4 bar, I believe up to 8 bars. So if you're going to, like what I did for some of these, I recorded my own, connected my keyboard up to my computer and recorded my own sounds. And you just have to be able to make sure that you get a nice and even cut. Well, not necessarily, but just for starting out, you do. This is what I mean. So this is exactly 2 bars. It doesn't go over or it doesn't fall under, So that's what I mean by nice even cut. See that? That's that. Just a little ticks for intro. Then it goes into this drum loop right here. This one right here. That's it. And right now I can't remember if I played that on my keyboard. It sounds like I did. Actually, not my keyboard. I have an old drum machine, and I believe I played that. Actually, that's a pattern that I made on my drum machine, and I just cut it short. I cut it down to a 2 bar loop. That's what that is. Yep. Right. So then, so you have this little intro. You got this 2 bar loop that keeps repeating throughout the whole song of a drum loop. Then you have this right here. Now, let's play this. This is a sample right here, the green ones. Let's see. So that's another drum loop. Notice that it's shorter, so and when you pull this down, you actually are lowering the volume on that object. Okay, so it's like every other bar, I bring these different drum loops in, and it sounds like this. See? It drops out, then it picks back up. Okay, now the next sample, I believe these are claps. This right here. Yep. And those are claps from my drum machine. So basically, when you hit record here, it'll ask you if you want the track that you're making, if you want the beat that you're making to play music as you record. I select yes, hit on my drum machine as I hit, where I want my claps to be. It's real simple. The only thing that's different, because I didn't want this beat to become redundant, if you look here, zoom in over there. Let's see if I can zoom in some more. Okay. Okay, see this section right here. This is where I put some effects. Right, so that begins right here. Let's see. Right there. Same thing. It's the claps. It's the tick from the intro. And now right here. Let me just make sure I turn everything else off so you can hear it by itself. Yep. Okay, now this is another sample right here. This is another drum loop. And this actually comes from Magix sound pool. And this is what they sound like right here. Let me blow this up for you so you can see it. Alright, so the dark green right here is the Magix Sound Pool drum loop. So what I did was I just kept this repeating. So this repeats 3 times, then it goes into another loop. Repeats again and goes into another loop. So sounds like repeat, repeat, another loop right here. Then it repeats over again. Now, the only other thing that's going on is I added a few sound effects here. So, well, this is the sample, the original sample again, and I just make it repeat like that. Alright, so when you hear it repeat 3 times, and the part that goes la 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 is right here, I lowered it because I want the focal point to be on it, repeating it 3 times. Where it goes la la la, we have some other samples. And let me just show them to you. So it's going to repeat 3 times. Alright, now those 2 samples actually come from Magix Sound Pool as well. And they're just sound effects, really. Where is this one? Yeah. Alright, so that's going to repeat, and it's going to come over here. And everything is the same for the most part. These continuously repeat. Then you have the la 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 part with the sound effects. Now this is just a I don't know, you hear a lot, you hear it in trap music. I don't even know what to call it, but it's like a kick drum. I don't know what to call it. I'll let you hear it by itself. Basically, to get this sound, I use my keyboard, and I use a drum sound, a kick drum. And I have a setting on there where I can make it echo, and I believe it's like, I don't know, 16 or 32, something like that. I don't know. I just let you hear it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Here it goes. That was it, just that fast. But when it's all together, it sounds like this. Start it back here. And that's that. And that, for the most part, is how I made this beat. It's called La La La. And I mean, that's it. Magix is Magix is not industry standard as far as the music maker is not industry standard software, audio software, but that shouldn't stop anyone. Maybe the person can't afford $300, $400, $500 audio software, so they shouldn't be discouraged, and they definitely shouldn't stop making music. So you use what you can afford, use what you can, and you'll be happy, because as you see, you can take something that's many people consider to be a hobbyist tool, and you can make a track just like this. You can make a record using this software. You can edit your videos and whatever. They have some features on here where you can edit videos, make intros, videos and stuff. I really don't dabble in that too much yet, but that's it. Just a few samples. Make sure you have your the tempos and the beats per minute correct when you fly in samples, and you'll get nice even cuts, even bars, I'll say. and that really, if you don't have even bars, the world's not over. You just have to be a little bit more hands-on than it snap into the grid evenly. That's all that means. But yeah, that's it. That's how I made it. Oh yeah, be sure to check out my channel, Big Jai TV, on YouTube for more tutorials. Of course, I'm gonna have better tutorials than this, but I just wanted to do this because someone requested it, and I didn't want them to be hanging for too long. You know, Magix is a good product. Magix is a good company that has good, solid products. You know, and just with any software, your imagination is what really powers it. You know, so you can have $1 million. I heard Just Blaze once say that you could have $1 million equipment with crappy ideas, and you're left with $1 million worth of crappy sound. So it's really your imagination. Don't stop. Live out your dream. Keep making music. Big Jai Supreme. Peace.